In a world full of challenges, there are incredible people making a difference, one cause at a time. KFGO for a Cause, brought to you by Neil Van Dam and the Van Dam Financial Group. KFGO for a Cause shines a spotlight on organizations and individuals dedicated to positive change.
This is KFGO for a Cause, brought to you by Neil Van Dam and the Van Dam Financial Group. He's hanging out with us again on this Sunday morning. Good morning, Neil.
Good morning.
And I'm Amy Eiler, usually here Monday through Friday from 11 to 2 with JJ Gordon, but I hang out here on Sunday mornings with KFGO for a Cause. And this is a show brought to you by Neil Van Dam. And Neil's like, let's give this time to nonprofits. So that's what we do. And we like to highlight different organizations who are doing cool things in our community. And this Sunday, we get to chat with Christine Holland, who is the executive director of Riverkeepers. Christine, welcome to KFGO Radio.
Hello.
So the last time I talked to Christine, this is so funny. I don't know if you remember this, but my kids are like, Mom, why do we call it the Red River? And I was like, I think because like our soil is kind of a red clay. I have no idea though. I'm going to call. I feel like this is a really good question for Christine at Riverkeepers. And you, sure enough, had the answer.
Yes, we get that question all the time. So,
do you really?
Yes.
Oh.
So what's the answer?
Because when the sun sets over the Red River with the clay soils, it looks red.
It's exactly what I thought.
One of the theories, anyway.
One of the theories, yes. But let's talk about Riverkeepers, who you are. Part of what you do is really all about education. But let's talk about how did Riverkeepers start and what is your mission in our community?
Yeah. So in 1990, a group of citizens got together and decided they wanted the Red River to unite Fargo and Moorhead rather than divide it. And so they invited the Regional Urban Design Assistance Team to come to Fargo. They paddled the river, they met with city leaders, had public meetings, and they came up with a whole book of recommendations on how to promote the Red River. And one of them was have an organization that can speak for the river. And that's how we got started. So we provide opportunities for the community to learn about the Red River because there's a lot of myths people have grown up with in this town about the Red River. And we want to help them help sustain the river and then also safely enjoy it.
Let's talk about the myths of the Red River.
Yeah. So one of them is that there's undertows in the Red River, and that is not true. So,
undertows meaning like currents?
Like you can get dragged under.
Yeah.
And that's not true. So there used to be undertows at the dams that are on the Red River, but they've all been retrofitted now with a 5% rock slopeway, and there's geologically no way to have undertows anymore in the river. There's a current, and it goes north.
Sure.
And depending on, how high it is, it might go faster, and it might go slower.
Sure. Okay, another myth of the Red River.
The people think it's dirty because it looks like chocolate milk. And again, it's really just those clay soils that stay suspended in the water column. So if you take a clear water bottle like you're drinking right now, if you filled that with Red River water and let it sit on your counter for 24 hours, it would be almost that clear. And on the very bottom, you would see the clay soil.
So it's really just because of the current that it stays that color because it's got all of the clay particles in it.
Right.
I mean, it does look really dirty, in fairness.
But it has really good water quality. Most of it is just that clay that stays suspended in the water column.
How many different, what's the most prominent fish that we have in the Red River?
So there's over 80 species of fish in the Red River, which is always fun to tell because people are like, no way.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But
I instantly think of catfish, right? That's what everyone thinks of when they think of the Red River, don't they?
Yeah. That's the biggest game fish for sure in the Red River. And you can catch 20-pound cats in the Red pretty easily from the bank even.
Wow. So that's why we think of catfish right away.
Yeah.
But there are 80 different. What would be one that we would be surprised?
There's walleye in the river.
Is there?
Yeah. And people usually catch those, in the spring.
Sure.
By the dams. But yeah.
I love that. Any other myths that you're always surprised about?
Those are the two things I always tell people. If you don't remember anything I tell you, remember those two things.
Remember that there's not an undertow, and
the water quality is actually pretty good.
Yeah, the water quality is good. Have you tested the water bottle theory that you have? I bet you have.
Yes, many times. So yes. And that's what people remember is that visual.
Sure. That it actually is cleaner than you think it is.
Yep.
When we talk just about the river, You're also concerned about what's on the banks of the river, too.
Yeah, so the riparian area along the river, so we do lots of tree plantings with the cities and the park districts and hundreds of volunteers. We just got done planting in Fargo about 3,000 trees with about 350 volunteers. And it's just amazing when you get there, it's a blank slate. And then as the day continues to go on, all these trees pop up and it's just really fun to see.
When we talk about Riverkeepers, the Red River is long. So we're not talking about the entire Red River, but we're talking about the Red River between Fargo and Moorhead. How many miles are we talking about of Red River that you're sort of concerned about?
Yeah, we can go outside. We live in a watershed, so we know that, it drains from long ways away, but mostly in Fargo Moorhead, about 25 miles.
Sure. So where do you plant the trees that you're talking about?
So one of the things I love about Riverkeepers is we use our partnerships to really make projects stronger. So one of my favorites is Reforest the Red, where the cities and the park districts have foresters who know about trees, and they own the public property along the river. And Riverkeepers, people look to us for those types of volunteer activities. So every year we do one in the spring in Moorhead and one in the fall in Fargo. And we just continue to go to different places that need more trees.
I love that. 3,000 trees is nothing, to scoff at. That's a lot of trees and 350 volunteers.
Yes.
What are the volunteers that you activate? I know you have a lot of them. How many different things are they doing? Like, obviously planting trees is one of them.
Yeah. So we last year worked with over 1,500 volunteers. Planting trees, we have a Red River Water Festival, which is for area fourth graders. 2 weeks ago, we had 81 fourth grade classes attend to learn all about water during hands-on activities. We do T-shirt to tow projects, so people donate T-shirts and other people make them into bags so that we can try get rid of the nasty plastic bags that get stuck in the trees along the river.
Yeah.
And then trash cleanups is another really big one. Volunteers go out and clean up handmade or man-made trash along the river.
How often do you do that? How often are you doing
Anybody can do it anytime they want to.
Really?
Yeah. So like you could go out with your kids.
Yeah.
And it's so fulfilling to be.
Yeah.
I know people are like, ew, I'm picking up garbage, but you're out there, you're getting fresh air, you're getting the sunlight on you, the trees, you're spending time together, and you're doing something good.
Yeah. And so many of us already are sort of hiking all of those trails along the river and are enjoying them. Are you also, who is managing all of the trails along the Red River?
The park districts and the city on either side of the river manage the parks and the trail systems, yes.
I feel like that everyone should go and enjoy those. I know that's not the goal of Riverkeepers, but as long as we're talking about the river, it is a way to enjoy the river without getting in it.
Yes, for sure. That is definitely one of the things we promote, and we do help make sure that they're connected,
Yes.
And that they're cleaned up. So we do work with the park districts and the cities on that cleanup program as well.
Yeah.
And so anything we can do to get people out. We have scavenger hunts on our website. So if you want to go out with your kids and not just walk, you can pull off one of those scavenger hunts. And it's really fun to be able to use your senses to like touch the different tree barks, listen for birds. You might be able to see feathers or nests, all sorts of different fun things.
And really, you just start with the scavenger hunts because I've done them with my kids. You have to just start with the scavenger hunt, and then halfway through, they're finding their own sticks.
Yeah.
They're doing their own thing, and you have those landmarkers. Like for us, it's like the car that's like half into the ground already.
Yep.
It's like, okay, then that's a marking point for us. Okay, we know we're here. So you can find, once you get your bearings, then you're going to, they get uninterested pretty quick sometimes, which is the goal.
Right.
That's the goal, is to experience, because I'm not someone who gets on the Red River. I know there are people that canoe the Red River, right?
Yep.
They fish the Red River.
Yep.
There's a lot. Is it safe, I guess, to do that? Maybe we should talk about, I also think that that's a myth. Like a lot of people think that the Red River is not safe to recreate on.
Yeah. So we do have canoe and kayak rentals at Yumkam's Landing with Moorhead Parks. And then we lead river paddling excursions as well, which are group paddling excursions with a leader. Like we'll have the Red River Zoo come talk about animals and habitats. The Historical and Cultural Society talks about the history of the river, so it's a great way to get on the river if you're not comfortable going by yourself. But it does depend on how fast the river is flowing.
Sure.
And Minnesota DNR has those set out. So if you Google Red River level Minnesota DNR water level recommendations, it will tell you if you're a beginner or if you're intermediate, what level you should go out and feel safe with it.
Interesting. Welcome back to KFGO for a Cause. Christine Holland is with us, Executive Director of Riverkeepers. Hold on. And Neil Van Dam, of course, sponsor of the show. Neil's learning about Riverkeepers for the first time.
Yeah, apparently I do nothing with the river, so I've learned a lot about it.
But now you're going to.
And geocaching. We were talking about geocaching on the break.
People are still geocaching?
Yeah.
Yes, and it's so fun. We have a urban water cycle, so you can learn about the urban water cycle and go find different spots about that, like the fire hydrant, the water treatment plant, a water tower.
Will you explain geocaching, please? I feel like I didn't know people were even doing. Feel like I did this 20 years ago.
It's way easier than it was 20 years ago.
I bet.
Because there's an app now with GPS that just takes you right there.
Yeah, that's going to be way easier. Way easier.
Geocaching.com.
Are people still using, leaving things?
Yeah, yep. Ours are kind
things?
of tiny, so
Sure.
you can't do that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, now I guess I have to download the app. It's going to be way easier now.
It is, I promise.
So it's basically just a scavenger hunt.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
You find it.
Yep.
Then what do? You
You learn.
It's just like a note or something.
You get to explore new places that you probably haven't been. You might learn something, and then you just get the satisfaction of having found it.
It's a competition. Is it versus? That's
a competition with yourself.
Yeah.
you just need to beat someone in something.
Neil had to make it into a competition. Riverkeepers, though, let's talk about some of the other things, some of the other ways that the community can be involved in your mission and your work, because it really is all about education, and it's not just being involved, but also you're always providing something back to people. Let's take, for instance, I know we're kind of done with the planting season, but if it's on your mind to reinvent your landscaping next year, Riverkeepers might be a part of that journey.
Yeah, so we work with soil and water conservation districts on either side of the river, and we have resilient yard workshops where you make your own rain barrel. You can even paint it. We have a class for painting it, and people have been really creative with that. There's pollinator workshops and make your own compost tumbler workshops.
I love it. Are you composting yourself?
I have just a tiny one. I haven't quite gotten into the big one yet.
It's so hard. We've discussed this many times on our show because I feel like JJ started doing it and I was like, I'm a recycling girly. I'm not a compost girly yet.
Well, so one of the things we like about our workshops is that you're not just going to buy the rain barrel and then maybe not hook it up. If you're putting some sweat equity into it, you're probably going to hook it up. And then we also teach you a little bit about water quality and how to take care of it in the wintertime to help make you more successful.
So what do you do with a rain barrel? Because this is not my forte.
So lots of people think it's for water conservation, which it is. It's helping water your plants throughout the summer. But it also helps with water quality because stuff comes off your roof and might be picking up stuff you don't want it to pick up, and then it's just going to the storm drain in the street, which goes down underneath the streets and goes directly to the Red River. And so it's great for water quality and water conservation.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't thought about that. I always think it's to water everything. Mm-hmm. It's to conserve the water that you get, and it's better for your plants. If you don't have a dehumidifier, then you need this really good rainwater to water everything. But that's a great point. I hadn't thought about the other aspect of catching water that we don't necessarily want back into the Red River before it goes there.
Yeah. And so that's just part of Riverkeepers culture is we like to get people actually dirty, wet, or sweaty when they come to one of our projects or activities because they're going to remember the experience. They're going to actually follow through and they're going to share the information with other people.
So this week, actually, you have a fundraiser coming up. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it's called Celebrate Our Red. And it's one of the times we actually don't get dirty, wet, and sweaty. We actually get just a tiny bit dressed up.
Yes, I love that.
And there's, it's a $50 ticket, but there's really good appetizers, heavy appetizers, beer and wine, and then a silent auction and fun raffle. And of course, everybody's doing a wine pull these days, so we have that as well.
Yeah. Where is that at?
It's at the Swantech Center at Gate City Bank in downtown Fargo.
And that's going to be October 23rd, so Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. And what time?
5:30 to 7:30.
We're making plans for people. We're making plans.
It's a really fun night. And if you don't have Christmas pictures yet, they actually have it decked out for Christmas already. And you can come
Nice.
down and, take.
I love it.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Christmas before Halloween, you're speaking my language. I was ready to get Christmas music going October 1st. No one has let me yet, but I'm ready.
Just go to Costco. It's already set up October 1st.
I know. And okay, so these workshops that you do, and there's outreach, I know, to area schools. We were talking about the fourth graders, but what if someone wants you to just come and teach their business about the Red River or do one of these workshops? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, just reach out. We do presentations, even though that's not our favorite thing because it's just talking like we're
Right.
doing now. But we do that as well.
You're like, I want to be doing something. We should have been making something during this interview.
Right?
We should have been composting or painting or I'm not sure what. And donations, like monetary donations are always wonderful, right? We always talk about that.
Yeah.
We want to live out loud about that. But also T-shirts, I know that you guys take. Are there other things that you guys look for?
Yeah.
That in unique ways?
Yeah. So the T-shirts for the T-Shirt to Toe project, work gloves for Reforest the Red. We do have like an Amazon wish list.
Oh, okay.
Which includes those gloves, pipe cleaners for like water festival, different activity supplies that we have, garbage bags, those types of things are always welcome.
What are the fourth graders learning about?
They learn, it all fits into their North Dakota studies.
Okay.
But they come and they get to be a water droplet and be a part of the water cycle. And so they collect a bead, colored bead, which they put on the pipe cleaner, and they get to actually see their journey through the water cycle and then talk about why they got stuck in the ocean. And some of their friends got to go through the animals and the soil and the clouds, and they got stuck. They get to build their own mini water treatment plant and see how our water gets filtered. And we know this is important because when they get asked where their water comes from, they say the sink, the faucet, the water tower.
Yeah.
And they get to learn most of it comes from the Red River.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Where does the Red River start?
Breckenridge.
Okay.
And it goes all the way up past Winnipeg into Selkirk.
Okay.
And eventually Hudson Bay.
Guess we need to get you down to Breckenridge to see the start of the Red River.
I guess so.
You could hit up the Jehinkapa Zoo while you're
Yeah.
down there. We could think of all sorts of things for you to do in the Waprek area.
Sounds like a party.
It's a party for sure. And it's so funny because that's a good point, though. Like the Red River looks different in every community that you go to along the Red River. So in Fargo, our Red River looks really different than it does up in Winnipeg, for instance. They have a really vibrant waterfront, and the way that they interact with their river is a lot different than how we interact with it.
Yeah. And it even looks different in Grand Forks. Like,
Yep.
you go
Yeah.
up there to paddle and it's wider.
Yep. It looks much different. It looks so much bigger in Grand
Yep.
Forks, I always think, than it does here. And then it looks different in Breckenridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's so funny that it is the same river. It's the same with, I always think that when I'm in Bismarck and I'm along the Missouri and how different the Missouri looks in all of these different communities. You get to St. Louis, that's a much different river. It looks, but it's all the same.
Yeah. And
It's
even
crazy.
at Fargo Moorhead, if you're along it, it's going to look different every day, depending on if it's rained or what season it's in, or always something new to explore.
So, Christine, if people want to get in touch with Riverkeepers, they want to keep up with some of your workshop, or they want to get involved, maybe they want to come plant trees with 350 other people next year.
Yeah.
How do they stay in touch with you?
Riverkeepers.org, or we have active Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, Christine Holland, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Neil Van Dam, thank you.
Thanks.